This is Ryan Abraham, Dan Weber, USCFootball.com. Instant analysis here on Howard Jones Field. Tuesday practice after the Hawaii game. Got a little break. Players got some time off. Came into practice today. Lane Kiffin was a little critical, though, of how the defense played.
Yeah, happy about the offensive line. So in saying, yes, I think they are taking it seriously. You know, they had the Sunday meeting. They need to really work on the run game. And he said, I think we did. I think we got that handled. He said the downside is the defense didn't have a great day, allowed some couple of deep balls thrown against him, and he said, yeah, he is a little worried that he wants to make sure they take Syracuse seriously. He said, you know, against Hawaii, we were playing against a quarterback never played before in a college game. Syracuse, you got a veteran who played well against USC last year, and I think one point Lane is trying to make with him, he said, a whole lot of teams played on opening weekend. No one threw the ball for more yards than Syracuse did. So be ready.
Certainly, and I think they're trying to figure out one of those cornerback positions where you're talking, you know, Nickel Roby, certainly a lockdown guy on one side, kind of had some issues, I think, on the other corner spot.
Well, and that's, I think, what he was referring to today, because, he really keeps saying we've got to figure out how to play the ball, locate the ball, and especially at that other corner. And that probably wasn't happening a lot even today either. So we'll see how that goes. But it's an area of concern, no question about it.
A lot of media here today at practice, a lot of TV crews. Silas Redd, a big scrum, Matt Barkley, Robert Woods, Marquise Lee, some of the big names that people were talking to. What was some of the sentiment out there, what they were saying?
Well, with Silas, it was, he said, this is my third year to talk about we didn't have the run game going. He said, hey, one of the things we can do when you've been around as long as we have, you don't let things like that bother you at all. And for him, he's going home. His parents didn't get to come out to the first game. He grew up a Giants fan. He's an hour and a half away. This will be his kind of, homecoming for Silas Redd. So this is kind of a really big deal. He's excited as can be. Marquise and Matt were talking about their little to-do after Marquise maybe didn't exactly run the right route and almost got Matt sacked. And Matt said, they were kind of gesturing and sort of yelling back and forth, and Matt said, we were cool 5 seconds afterward. I think with Marquise, it was even sooner than that. He said, that was my fault. He said, I should have caught the ball to start with. He said, that's the thing that I was upset about. But he said, I'm not going to do that again.
All right.
I'm not going to show my quarterback up. He said, that was on me.
Yeah, and then for Marquise Lee, I mean, it's funny when you can talk about this team. Lane Kiffin said B-, C+, saw film. Still the same thing, even though Barkley threw for over 370 yards. Lee almost had a 300-yard day, total yards. It seems like Lane Kiffin was happy that they played well, but there's still room for improvement.
I guess what Robert said at halftime. He says, we're up 35-0. Coach is dogging us. He said, we've already had to punt a couple of times. He said that's kind of how we're looking at this. But the one good note, he said, because they were asking him, well, you didn't get as many yards as you usually do. He did get 2 touchdowns. He said, the good thing for me is I look at my roommates, and I look at Marquise, and I look at Hayes, and we really had a good day. And I said, actually, you had 5 touchdowns in your one room. He said, he hadn't thought about that. He said, yeah, we did. 5 touchdowns. That was a good day for our room.
Not a bad room where you can score 5 touchdowns. All right. This is Instant Analysis for Dan Weber, Ryan Abraham. You can check out USCFootball.com for more.